Hi. Alhamdulillah. Tonight we learnt such a huge amount, so it's impossible really for me to even begin to try and summarize what we have learnt. But some of the things that I know resonated with me, and certainly resonated in terms of the space in which you're sat today. Dr. Umar spoke about the importance of gaining knowledge and conveying the message of the fact that us being here and being of the Muqarrabun, we have an individual responsibility. Each and every single one of us that sat here has that individual responsibility of both gaining knowledge and of conveying that message, and also of creating communities, which he said you have here, and that's absolutely true, you do. But communities are not created without the physical presence of those here, without you physically coming and joining us at the hub on a regular basis. Alhamdulillah, tonight we have over 120 people here, and we've had over 50 people online all evening. So just in about 4 or 5 days worth of Facebook and social media advertising, got 170 people to share in the knowledge. Imagine then if that was done on a regular basis. Imagine if you were here on a regular basis. Imagine if each one of you committed to bringing one other person the next time you came to the hub on a regular basis. Imagine the sort of benefit that we could convey. Imagine fulfilling the responsibility of conveying the message just by bringing one other person here to the hub the next time you come, inshallah. SeekersGuidance, which is our umbrella organisation, SeekersHub Toronto and SeekersHub Sydney, we're committed to what we call knowledge without barriers. And we seek to transform Islamic education by removing all barriers from anyone seeking prophetic guidance. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, tells us to be avid for that which benefits. And scholars have explained this by saying, be avid for the greatest, widest and most lasting benefit. And that is, inshallah, what the Seekers Hub team, both in Toronto, both in Sydney, and the Seekers Guidance team aim to do. We aim to be avid for that which benefits and has the most lasting benefit. We are committed to spreading the light and guidance of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, far and wide, without barriers. And in 2011, when we rolled out Knowledge Without Barriers and Seekers Guidance went free online, Seekers Hub Toronto, Seekers Hub Sydney don't charge for anything that we deliver. We have over 7,000 students registered now, alhamdulillah, between all three of us as organisations. Now, we're responsible for ensuring complete access for those who wouldn't otherwise have it. So Knowledge Without Barriers gives us all an obligation to ensure that we, wherever possible, enable other people to have access to that as and when required. So Knowledge Without Barriers isn't about, oh great, I get to come to the hub for free. You do get to come to the hub for free, alhamdulillah. But there are many people who, unless those of us who are able to don't pitch in, won't be able to access this for free. They won't be able to come online for free. They won't be able to come to the hub for free. So Knowledge Without Barriers isn't just about it being free. It's about us making it accessible for our brothers, sisters, and for all of those who want to learn, and for all of those who want prophetic guidance. And then following on from that, we also have Service Without Barriers, which is what Sidi Nader works on. And that's the idea that you can have as much knowledge as you like, but unless you put it into action, as we learned from Sheikh Naeem last night and Dr. Umar today, unless you put it into action and serve the communities around you, it's futile, it's selfish, just like Dr. Umar said. When it's just me, my family, my kids, my parents, and that's it, you're limiting yourself. And inshallah, so you can also get involved by giving your skills, giving your resources, giving your time to the kinds of projects that Sidi Nader tries to run. So that's really all I wanted to say, because got to put my little plug in. I'm going to ask Dr. Umar to close with a dua for anybody who would like to get involved, who would like to contribute, who just wants more information you can come and speak to me, Shafaraz, Umar, Sayyidina, that I should actually add, one of the things that we often get is people questioning, well, which of the classes do I come to? And I understand that it's very difficult. 16 sessions we run on a weekly basis. If you want to know which one of those or which two of those is best for you, then there are people here that you can come and speak to, because it's that regular drip, drip, drip effect of knowledge, that drip, drip, drip effect of seeking guidance that really changes you and transforms you. And if anybody's ever sat in Sheikh Faraz's class, you know, you'll know that transformative nature, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
It's a great blessing, and we mentioned it before in other contexts, but you know, one of the responsibilities when you have a great blessing is to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for it. And that thankfulness is expressed, one, in appreciating the means. So, you know, Dr. Omar, you know, as a person of knowledge that we benefit from, be sure to thank him, but also be sure to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you go home tonight, before you go to sleep, pray 2 rak'ahs of the prayer of thankfulness, and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing of having, you know, means of connecting with people of knowledge and guidance, right? And that's, you know, the greatest of blessings. But then live that, like what Dr. Omar said. In Damascus, you know, the ulama give a very simple formula. Said if you want to benefit in your deen, attend at least one weekly class, one weekly gathering of remembrance of Allah, and at least one class in person in which you benefit from religious knowledge. He said, you know, at home, you can listen to your lectures or lessons, whatever, but on a weekly basis, if you want to change yourself and be transformed, on a weekly basis, attend one gathering of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and one gathering of knowledge. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ad-dunya mal'una," this world or worldliness is distant from divine mercy. The word mal'una is accursed, refers to that which is distant from divine mercy. And distant is all that is of it, except for the remembrance of Allah and what relates to it, and except for a person teaching knowledge or a person seeking knowledge. Okay? So these are the two means of being connected to divine mercy. Right? The way of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the way of seeking beneficial religious knowledge. And one of the beautiful characteristics is that it doesn't expect that, you know, it's if you find some way in which they tell you, in order to learn the deen, you have to be sitting 6 hours a day, you know, doing their dars of whatever, that's a problem, because that's not the prophetic way. Right? It's very simple. Attend a weekly gathering of remembrance. And here at the Hub, our gatherings on Thursday evenings, you're most welcome. And look at a class that is of benefit. How do you choose what class will be of benefit to you? Ask, what do I need the most right now to improve my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? In some situations it may be clear. If it's not clear, then consult. Right? Then consult. Right? Dr. Vanu herself, you know, is a keen student of knowledge, and she should be able to help you. We have Usada Omar, you can, well, don't ask another. Well, you could even ask Nadir, right? Behind all this, he could probably even teach, right? But we don't want to inflate his ego, right?